So great to see our friend, Sean Paul.
Hey, guys.
From the Intrigue Journal. Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to see this newspaper.
Oh, I was waiting for that. Sorry, yeah. I was like, I didn't know what was happening.
Yes.
What does it say? Alien saucer crew found alive.
All right, so I got to be honest. This is a prop, okay? Last time we were on Penn and Teller Fool Us, we were doing some X-Files magic, and I wanted to show a famous headline from a Roswell newspaper. Do we have that slide? Oh. Show Julie and I doing it. Ooh. And they love the idea. Yes, there we go. Oh. And can you see that? And that's the famous headline. It says Air Force captures flying disc, flying saucer.
Oh, I see.
It's very, very famous. And the producers of Penn and Teller says, yeah, we can't use that because we don't have permission to use that to put it on broadcast. And so they fabricated this prop for me, which is funny, right?
That's great.
But it's so ironic because that was 2 years ago that they had to create this prop for me. And I never thought in my wildest imagination that 2 years later I'd be walking the Roswell crash site in the desert with Toby Martinez, who's the UFO reporter for the Roswell Daily Record. Can we show the slide, the picture of Toby and I out in the desert? Yeah, there we go.
Scooch back.
That's crazy. I mean, it just makes my mind explode. And so I knew I was going out west to do shows, and I thought I'd like to come back through Roswell. I did a little pre-work, reached out to a man named Paul Simones, and he runs a UFO tour. He's a Roswell historian. We cultivated this friendship, and we created this plan to go out there. I said, I want to take my drone, and I want to fly around the crash site in Roswell. He goes, it's not in Roswell. I go, where is it? He goes, it's in the desert, 2 hours north of Roswell. And so that's how I met Toby, and we came up with this plan to walk the crash site. Yes, so here I am. It's 50 miles an hour. I quickly realized I was not going to be flying my drone because it was going to crash just like the UFO did, right? So in a moment, you're going to be able to see us. We're walking around this crater, and this is the crash site that the Sci-Fi Channel has said is where the crash happened. They actually laid a stone monument saying this is where it happened, but Paul Simone and Toby, they both say, nah, it's probably not, but it's close, wherever it is. So there we are, and we're walking around, and I'm using my 360 camera because I couldn't use my drone. It would have just crashed, right? But this is where they, the Sci-Fi Channel at least believes that they crashed. Here's me walking around, okay? And I'm talking to UFOologists every week now, and some of them have been doing it their whole lives, and they say, Sean, someday I want to be at that crash site. Can we go back to that video? I don't know.
Oh, is that real, though? Do you believe that's real?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second.
Oh, okay, because I have...
Can we get back to that video, though? Because I think it got cut short there. If not, then it's okay. I can fly with it. Okay, great. So I talked to these UFO experts that have been doing this their whole lives, and they go, Sean, I want to go to that crash site with a metal detector. Yes. Why? Because, well, I mean, do you know the whole UFO thing? You're asking me if I believe it's real. Yeah. In 1947, a lieutenant reported to the newspaper, yeah, we caught a flying saucer, and they put it in the newspaper. And then I guess somebody higher up said, oh, no, you didn't. And they retracted it, and then they said it was just a weather balloon. Now, anybody that does any serious research, there we go. We're back on location here.
Look at that. I didn't know if that was real or not.
Anybody that does any real research does not believe that weather balloon theory at all. There's way too many people that witnessed it and then were threatened by the military. You never saw anything. There's nothing to see. You will never talk about this the rest of your life. So anyway, these experts say, I would love to go there with a metal detector. Well, Toby did have a metal detector. The last time he was there, he found alien alloys. I'm not kidding you.
What's an alien alloy?
It would be something that's not of this planet. A metal from, and so this is the debris field that we were in. Can you see where I superimposed that?
Yeah.
So theoretically, that's where it would be. So then, from the debris field, we went to Hangar 84, which is it's the oldest structure at the Air Force Base in Roswell. And we went in there. This is where they brought the craft. And it's at the tail end of this video, guys. I don't know if you can get to it. If we get to it, great. If not. But anyway, Yeah, so there's Toby with the metal detector, and he's looking for it. Now let's move forward a little bit here, and you'll see me walking in the hangar where they actually brought the craft
Now
back
that's, I'm sorry, this is north of Roswell?
The crash site is 2 hours north of Roswell.
Okay, just making sure.
But then they had to bring it to the closest airport, which was Roswell, New Mexico, which is where they also dispatched a B-52 bomber to drop the bomb in World War II. 1947, this is what they believe got the attention of the aliens. It's like, the Earth, yep, that's the hangar 84, where they brought the wreckage back to.
Oh my God.
And then in a moment, you're going to see the room where apparently they laid out the bodies. So
I'm scared.
This is and by the way, this is not something I should have ever had access to.
Right.
You know, you can't just go out there to the crash site. Nobody gets access to this unless you know somebody. And fortunately, I was able to work it out. So it was amazing. So I'm going to superimpose this. And then, guys, please let this video run just so that you can see what's coming up next. We're going to go into the room with Paul Simone's, and that's where they
By the way,
laid
that's
out the
huge
aliens.
hangar.
That's
Yes,
massive.
right. And so can you just imagine this is where they're prepping it. Then they put it on a plane, and they take it to Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, which is where they believe all the spacecrafts are.
What?
And the bodies.
How do you get access to that?
I'm working on it.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so you can just imagine. Now here we go. This is the room that they would have laid out the bodies and
of the aliens.
There we go. Just that's superimposed. But that's me and Paul in the room. So moving on. Are we right? Are we running out of time here? This is the most exciting time if you're into this sort of thing, because this is David Grush. He came before Congress earlier this year, and he said, yeah. We have alien crafts. And then the congresswoman said, are there bodies? He goes, yes, there are biologics as well. Biologics, human? No, not human.
Oh.
So he came forward and blew the whistle. Things are coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to Roswell. I'm going to have the biggest, nicest metal detector Julia let me buy.
Yeah.
And this is going to continue, right? But we've got this UFO conference coming to Eureka Springs. It's the oldest UFO conference in the country. And they have some of the best speakers. And so a lot of people think it's just about people that have seen stuff or researchers. This year they're having people from the military and from the government talking about what they've witnessed and been exposed to. So this is David Grush, but this year keynote speaker is Sean Cahill, and he was the chief master at arms during this Tic Tac. A couple years ago I was on and we talked about this. The fighters were following this thing around, doing completely supernatural stuff that violated the laws of physics. He was on the ship of the USS Princeton and saw it with his own eyes when it was happening. He'll be speaking at the conference. Then there's also Kevin Day. He was running the radar, and he's the one that dispatched the fighter jets to go after these flying Tic Tacs that were like defying physics. He's another keynote speaker. Then there's Nick Pope. This guy you had to have seen on national television whenever this comes up. He's the go-to guy. He used to work for the UK's Ministry of Defense. He's like a real-world Fox Mulder. I'm insanely jealous of that title, by the way. And then he's also got his own show called After Contact that's a pay-per-view show. He's in his second season. He'll be speaking at the conference as well. So this is
Some heavy hitters.
Yes, exactly.
Right
So let's
When
talk.
is the conference?
It's the 12th through the 13th of April. No,
Okay.
12th through the 14th. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's talk about what it costs to go there. If you want it for the full weekend, it's $150. If you want to do just one day, say you want to go there on Friday for the conference, and on Saturday you want to go to Intrigue Theater. Sounds like an amazing idea, right?
Yeah.
So just one day pass is only $60. And if you just want to go see Nick Pope, you know, the Fox Mulder guy, it's $20 just to see him, but you can walk through the hall, see the vendors for free. But,
All right.
you know,
Wow.
but it's an amazing deal.
So much to see.
And we've got the link on your website if
perfect.
people are interested.
Guys, head down there, especially if you love this kind of stuff. And who doesn't? Thank you, Sean Paul.
Thank
Wow,
yeah,
there's so
can-
much information.
Yeah.
I know. My head is spinning.
Right.
We'll be back with more fun after this.
But that's so crazy, though. Like,